これがウィリアムストリートの決まりなの。
Check
そい
1,
つは
3,
獰猛な猫みたいに危険だか
2,
ら。
1. Good evening out there. See a lot of people out there. Dial back on the reverb. You in the corner, happy birthday. Happy birthday over there. Welcome to Pineapple Beach. Y'all don't be afraid to get up and dance. Just that when you're hungry, there, don't it? Well, let's go. In my opinion, it's Pineapple Beach. Put up a long trail of pineapple with the side of danger. And you get two sides, so get the beans and danger. All the women wear monkey bands and to celebrate your birthday in that monkey way. Hey, hey, hey.
Can you take your glasses off for me, please?
Why is that?
I don't feel safe with your glasses on, and I would like to see your eyes.
Oh, you would?
Yep.
Where are you coming from?
That's not an issue.
Okay.
You have no right to ask me that. Where are you coming from?
I'm just checking on you.
Can you please take your glasses off so I feel a little safer?
Oh, the sun's in my eyes.
Okay, well then I will be leaving now.
Okay.
Thank you for your help, officer.
I've seen you been sitting here, so.
Okay. I don't feel safe with your glasses on. I don't feel safe with your glasses on.
Are you alright? I passed by you here earlier.
Yeah, I'm not okay.
Okay, what's going on then?
I already told the other officer.
What else? Oh, the other, you talked to someone else?
Yeah, the guy that wasn't wearing glasses. I don't talk to cops that wear glasses.
Stopped by earlier?
He was... Okay, I'm not talking to you because you obviously don't have a clue what the hell is going on.
Okay, so are you leaving now or what?
Why does it matter what I'm doing, officer?
Well, see that sign right there?
What, the sign that says State Fish and Game Refuge?
No, the other one that says no parking fire lane.
Is there a fire going on here?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for the camera. Hi.
You're welcome. So why don't you, leave then?
Okay, I'm gonna leave right now. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I'll leave right now. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much for your help, officer. Have a good day.
Halt! Not so fast.
Who are you?
I am Cat Lord of Men. I'm gonna scratch your face off.
And what plans have you, Caveman?
Check it out.
Alligator.
The Florida Man Podcast.
Hey, where are you going? That's it? Come back here. I'm gonna cut you. I'll lick a hole in you with my sharp tongue.
Hey guys, Florida Boy here. First, I have to apologize for the hiatus. I've been off on adventures around the world searching for elements of the Florida man archetype in other cultures. What I found was that when I was in cities like Oslo, London, Amsterdam, or Madrid, there was a feeling of sophistication that made it glaringly obvious that the most Florida man element present was me. Whether I was getting stranded somewhere and hey-manning people for a ride, or tripping over a curb and smashing my head on a brick wall while chatting up some beautiful Spanish girls, I Mr. Magoo'd my way through Europe, leaving a trail of destruction that only Florida Boy could be proud of. I gotta say, the drinking in public thing made me feel right at home. But when I got back to the great estate, I took a trip down to the Keys to celebrate the birth of the nation. It's really amazing that Pensacola and Key West are both within the same border. Once the pain subsided from falling on the coral and getting stabbed by it in the leg 1,000 times, I realized that the variety of crazy we have in Florida is due in part to the breadth of our environment. It's like Westeros with the conservative north and the extravagant south, and I-4 corridor is the neck, Georgia borderline is the wall. But now I'm back and it's on to more fire and blood. So today's guest is Victoria Yepes, local comic and the Queen of Thorns for this analogy at least. And also with us, as always, is a guy who knows stuff about Florida, pirates, civil disputes, and debauchery. Sinbad's dad, son of Sinbad.
Yo ho.
What's up,
Hooray.
Victoria?
What's up?
All right. We have a nice little plethora of stories to deal with today.
All right, let's kick it off.
By the way, that was beautiful, Corey. It was a beautiful ode to Florida and your travels.
Yeah, thanks. I learned a lot, you know.
Well, and you got to share it with the people of the world.
Sure. Got to speak the truth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way to defeat tyranny. But,
Sure. If the truth is you're facing into a brick wall, that's just the way it's got to be. Right?
Yeah. That's a true story. There's no doubt about that.
There's nothing more true than a brick.
I was a little confused about the truth after that happened, but I got a hold of it now, I think. So, this guy doesn't have a hold of things. We have a priest that was arrested in a road rage incident after pulling out a gun. So, I mean, this guy's from North Carolina, but is in Florida, so...
You're going to claim him?
Yeah.
Yeah, when in Rome.
So, my father was arrested in connection with a road rage incident on Florida's Turnpike near Palm City Wednesday after pulling out a gun, according to the Florida Highway Patrol. According to a report, my father... Notice I'm saying that, not my dad, because he's a priest.
Right.
The Episcopal Church in Fletcher, North Carolina, was driving a red Chevy Corvette when he attempted to brake check another vehicle that was, I guess, tailgating him. And so, as the victim attempted to pass the Corvette, the driver, my father, pointed a semi-automatic handgun at them.
Whoa.
And the occupants of the pickup truck were a man and a woman, blah, 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 who cares. It was a Glock 22, pussy-ass gun, was taken to the Lucey County Sheriff's Office and submitted as evidence. After they were interviewed, my father was arrested and charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. It's unclear if my father has a lawyer.
Well, you know, I mean, it sounds like it's like, you know, Michael the Archangel on his chariot with the flaming sword is a priest and a vet with a Glock 22. It's pretty much the same story.
How do we know that these victims, so-called, weren't demons?
Exactly. He was trying to exorcise them, right?
The hardest part to believe was that your father's a priest, but then you found the loophole of it's just your father. Okay.
Right.
I was distracted by that the whole time.
Yeah.
I think Jesus had a lesson about that, right? You know, if you're going to be waving your Glock around, you got to look sharp doing it. You need the vet. That was in one of the Gospels.
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Yeah. That's his chariot of fire. Yeah, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Right, because that's always the thing that confuses me is assault. I think you have to, like, do something to the person, but that's battery. We discussed that before.
Yeah, assault's just the threat, and then battery is the actual attack.
What's the aggravated? Was he angry?
That's the weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you don't have it's just an assault. Oh my gosh.
Right, so if you just roll down your window and you said, God told me I have to kick your ass, that's just assault.
That's assault.
But,
So, to get a lawyer, though, wouldn't the Catholic diocese represent him?
Well, I thought you said he was Episcopal.
Yeah, so probably not.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because
They're not going to claim him. You might, but...
Do they have a diocese?
They have bishops. You know, they started out as the Anglican Church, but with July 4th recently happening, once we declared independence from Britain, you know, it's not very patriotic to still have the Queen at the head of your church.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
It is patriotic to wave guns around. That's pretty much what we do here.
Right, so that was what I was trying to put together in my head, but is also from North Carolina. And... you know how they are.
Oh, yeah.
Even the priests, apparently. That's pretty good. Okay. So, this guy, this title is Florida Man Leads Deputies on Chase Through Cow Pastures. Who has not wanted to do this? Oh, my God. These writers are so stupid. Florida Man had deputies on the move.
Aww.
Good one, guys. But he said he was just giving them something to do. My dad was driving a stolen truck when he led deputies on a lengthy chase through cow pastures Wednesday morning. according to the Marion County Sheriff's Office. So that's Ocala. The deputies shared the incident on Facebook, and within 3 hours of it being posted, it had 8,400 views. Facebook users were loving the scenic chase, which features some cows running out of the way in a high-speed pursuit. During the chase, my dad went through multiple fences and fields. My dad faces numerous charges, including larceny, as well as resisting an officer without violence by fleeing. I don't know, like running through fences and shit is pretty violent.
I don't know. I don't think there's much here. I think you're trying to milk this story, and I don't appreciate it. See, I could write for them too.
He's
be a
obviously
journalist.
just trying to kowtow to the popular votes here.
But the 8,000 views, I mean, are those just the cows in the field, or are we talking about people are watching this?
Yeah, on
I don't
Facebook.
know. Or just Corey. I don't know.
Yeah, me,
8,000
8,000 times.
I wish I was that dude.
It was so funny. Yeah, dude, I really wanted to do it. I had a friend that did this across the golf course in Forest
cows?
Hills. No. Forest Hills. But he ran away from the cops and he crossed over the golf course, and it worked. And he got away.
Wow. Wow. Well, I guess that's why people do it. There's a chance you might make it out.
I've known tons of people that have
All right,
run away
don't
from
brag
the
now.
cops. Well, and they, like, except for that guy, everybody else got caught. So
You got to hand it to this guy, though. If he was doing it just to give him something to do, and they got the 8,000 views.
mission
Right.
accomplished.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
there you
little
go.
PR for Marion
Marion
County.
Yeah, MCSO. Yeah, that's really great. All right, let's move on. Not a lot of depth there.
You
Okay.
could do more cow puns. Like, I heard it was a really good time. Or, he better not do that again.
Ooh.
Okay, that's it.
That's all we got.
All right. We have a dispute here with Fish and Wildlife Control. These are my boys. I love them. But there's a situation with Rambo. And Rambo is a gentle alligator whose Florida owner says he eats at the dinner table, sleeps in my bed, and follows me around like my dogs.
Sleeps in the bed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But now as owner, my mom is fighting to keep him since she was recently denied a permit for the 125-pound alligator.
That doesn't seem that heavy, right? For an alligator,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
it's like a
No.
medium-sized
I
alligator.
think he's 6 feet. It says something.
I mean, if he's fitting in the bed, I guess.
He's 15 years old, and she's had him ever since she rescued him and brought him home more than 7 years ago, and he was just a little over a foot. However, the gator has since grown to be over 6 feet, and a recently added condition for a permit says that gators over 6 feet need to be kept on a property with at least 2.5 acres of land.
I like the way it's okay to have a 6-foot gator. You just need a bit of land for them.
Yeah.
No rules about not sleeping in your bed or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure your yard is the proper size.
I mean, I saw some pictures of this gator. He is cute.
And gentle.
Looks like it.
I mean, if you're taking it to bed, I assume it's a pretty cute gator.
So here's the riff. This is a very complex case since she acquired the gator before some of the changes in the permit conditions.
Oh, maybe grandfathered in. Huh?
Technicalities.
So they denied her, but now it's under review because probably that they can probably consider her grandfathered. But meanwhile, she still has Rambo and is rallying community support for the gator she calls her second son.
Oh, wow.
He explained
Shitty for you.
He explained that Rambo is a local celebrity and has been the star of small shows my mom has put on for a few charities and organizations in her area.
What kind of shows are we talking about?
Yeah. He's in the bed, too.
The trained gator has been photographed riding an ATV along with her on a motorcycle. He's not a normal gator.
No.
He doesn't bite. When I first got him, I trained him to keep his mouth tight shut whenever people are around, especially children.
Well, that's good.
So wait a minute.
I wonder if
before
that's like
he
the
was
thing.
trained, he was hanging out with the children. How exactly do you train not to
I don't think
say
that's what it's
bad
like.
gator?
Yeah,
Let
I
go
know.
of that kid.
I don't know how you train a gator.
You got to lose a couple kids, I think.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out your priorities.
That's how it grew to over 6 feet, you know?
Oh, it's all kids.
Rambo loves being pet, and you can pet his mouth and his neck, and he won't dare snap at you.
Wow, because she's a good certified trainer. So
This makes me think of the Siegfried and Roy thing, where it's like, no. The tigers wouldn't hurt a fly, and then he basically eats one of them.
Right.
The Grizzly Man documentary.
Yes, yeah, this is Werner Herzog, right?
Yeah. And the sheriff of the town, he's like, I think the bears thought he was retarded. That movie was so funny. And then terrible at the same time, terribly sad.
Well, that was one of those ones where you knew how it was going to end as soon as it started.
Right.
And it's got, no, I'm just going to go live with the bears. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, and he was such a bright guy, not smart. I mean, bright,
upbeat.
He was
like a hippie, basically.
Loved kids, and he did all these charity work for free. I don't know. That sucked, but it was an accidentally hilarious movie.
So this is going to be in a couple of years, we're going to have the new documentary Gator Grandma.
Maybe, but I mean, I'm kind of getting sold. I mean, just Gator, he often wears clothes.
Oh wow!
And it's not just to look cute.
What?
She says he had originally been trapped in a small tank in a dark closet without sunlight before she rescued him, and now he has to wear clothes when he goes outdoors because his skin is very sensitive to sunlight.
Wow.
His skin is sensitive to sunlight.
He isn't a normal gator.
I know, he's supposed to go in the water if that happens, right?
Yeah.
No, you just put on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I think the movie would be called Gator Mama, because that's what she calls herself. But, it makes sense. She's like, he's too weak. He's domesticated. If he gets let go, then the other gators will definitely kill him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
He's scared of outdoor noises. But he likes motorcycles. Yeah, and he's used to being home with me. And this is where he's been his whole life, and he's attached to me. My mom's added that Rambo plays with her other dogs at home.
Wow.
Goes to the fridge when he's hungry, and even watches TV with her on the couch.
Well, I kind of feel like if you're hanging out with this gator, you know what you're getting into. So if something goes wrong, at least we'll have another story for another show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think I could have a pet gator.
I'm surprised you don't.
Well, as long as it's under 6 feet, I guess, right?
I've held him before, and when I was a kid, my parents' friends, they would go out on the fan boat and just snatch them up with their bare hands, the little ones. Mm-hmm. And then you rub your hand up their belly and tie their mouth.
Yeah, put them in a trance or something, right?
I don't know, but they just, once they can't open their mouth, they're just ooh, can't do anything. And so then they bring the babies back to us kids, and we would play with them, and I remember one kid's like, I want to hold it. And my brother had it, so he's like, all right, here. And he tried to hand it to him. And the gator just pissed all over the other kid's face. It was hilarious.
What a memory.
Yeah, you didn't think the projectile peed like that.
Right. Well, I guess when you have no other defenses, you gotta pee.
That's always been my motto.
Me too.
Yeah. If the giant jaw doesn't work, you can at least tinkle in your face.
Gross somebody out.
There's people that pay good money for that. Yeah, they got it for free.
That's true.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
I've never paid to have a garbanzo bean on my face.
Or a gator, for that matter. All right. Fort Myers prostitute pulls crack pipe and syringes from private parts.
Whoa.
This
Syringes?
is nothing new. Yeah, they probably had a tip on him or something. I
All of that?
hope.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of stuff.
We'll get to this.
Okay,
She has a method. All right. What began as a typical undercover sting took a very bizarre turn.
Undercover sting.
That's some good
That was a good one. My mom approached an undercover Lee County detective Thursday near US 41 in Correll Road. And she entered the deputy's vehicle and told him to drive, saying she was going to get them a hotel room. While in the vehicle, my mom pulled a crack pipe from her rear end and began to smoke it.
No.
After seeing my mom accept money for sex and use illegal drugs, the deputy stopped the vehicle to arrest her.
No.
When she realized what was happening, she tried to shove the crack pipe back up her rear end, but was in pain because the pipe was still hot.
I mean, but then you gotta arrest her. Like, she's not having a bad enough day.
I've burned my lip on a weed pipe before, you know. I just can't imagine.
No.
Oh. You know, and then you're probably going to have to go to jail with a burnt asshole. That's terrible. All right. Well, you know, she became uncooperative. I wonder why. And she tried to walk away. When they
Probably a pretty funny walk.
when they attempted to restrain her, she began pulling away. And then she dug into her vaginal area, pulled out 2 syringes, and threw them on the ground.
Oh my god.
They eventually detained her and put her in handcuffs and placed her in the back seat of the patrol vehicle. My mom was transported to a predetermined location, but escaped through the rear window while deputies were talking a few feet away.
Wow, she's scrappy.
Wow, yeah.
She got away.
And
then
she's gone.
Then she was later found hiding behind a home near Fort Myers High School, and it was about 5 miles away. So she got 5 miles before getting caught. I mean,
With a burnt
think
booty.
by then you'd be gone.
Yeah.
I wonder what that radio call looked like. You know, like woman, 5'4", burnt asshole.
Yeah, she was like,
Last
Smoking
scene jumping out of the squad.
I mean, yeah, you're 5 miles away. She was like, man, I've been walking for a really long time. Maybe it's time to make some money. And like went back out on the curb, and then like that was dumb.
I don't know. Yeah, her reasoning skills probably aren't so hot.
I
You
love
know it
these,
is.
These bond numbers. $17,000 for her bond.
Wow.
Yeah, she got prostitution, drug possession, property damage, probation violation, escaping, and resisting arrest. Is escaping a separate charge?
Yeah, escaping is you were in custody and, you know, you escaped. But with the $17,000, usually you only have to raise 10% of that, and then you get a bondsman to carry the rest.
Oh.
Guarantees you don't have that.
Yeah, well, and the bondsman might think twice if you've already tried to escape.
Right.
I don't know. I wonder if she just was like, they left her a window of opportunity. She's like, okay, let's go. All right. I'll just get into it. We got a guy here that is claiming that he is a sovereign citizen and didn't need to pay his $6 bar
Those
tab.
guys are the best.
A Florida man, I guess he wouldn't call himself that, allegedly skipped out on a $6 bar tab, but getting out of jail is going to cost him a few thousand. My dad was arrested on the 4th of July after police were called to a restaurant, and he was making profane statements to customers and wouldn't pay his tab. It says my dad jumped an officer's car, but I think they mean like jumped on, because he probably didn't help.
The battery was dead.
Let me help you out.
Don't worry about it. I got this.
You know what? I'm going to take it to jail. Like, what? I'm helping. He chipped an officer's front tooth while he was resisting arrest.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Then he proceeded to inform the officer that he is a sovereign citizen. He did nothing wrong. So, does he have a micronation, is what I'm wondering?
I think they usually just think of their property as their own private
micronation.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've ever met these guys, but I'm not a person in the sense of the law. I am, whoever, and there's gold fringe on the flag in the courtroom, so I can't be prosecuted. And I don't know if he tried to pay for his bar tab with like sovereign bucks.
I did a little research on these things a while ago, and
applying.
There's a shit ton of them. I mean,
oh yeah, they're all over the place. Well, in Florida,
there's like you go to Wikipedia, there's a bunch, and there's some really cool ones. Like, there's a guy that has like a platform off the coast of Britain, and he's really not in Britain.
Oh, like those pirate radio guys back in the day.
Well, they're on a boat,
yeah.
But this guy has like a stationary platform, and you have to get to it by helicopter and stuff. And the British government is like, no, you're part of us,
right?
We don't want you. But don't really mess with him because he's out in the middle of nowhere.
A lot of these guys, I almost feel bad for them. They get kind of suckered. There are these dudes that sell these books about you don't have to obey the law. And they
tax people
tell them to everybody, and like, yeah, if you just know the magic words, then the cops can't get you.
Yeah.
But it turns out that they can. You still have to pay for your bar tab.
They thought of that.
Yeah. I don't know if they expect. I feel like they expect they're going to go to court and they're going to be like, Your Honor, I am not a citizen of the United States. I am, of the Kingdom of Jim. And the judge is going to be like, oh, well.
In that case,
you should have said that at the beginning. Let this man free.
All you have to do is go, all right, well, your micronation has infiltrated our sovereign borders, so we declare war on you. Yeah, I think that would end it. It's a fun idea, but it's a slight to the social contract.
Indeed, well put.
Now, this one happened in Seattle, but the guy is from Tampa. So again, claiming it.
Yeah. Nationwide, baby.
Coast to coast.
Flight attendant broke a wine bottle over the head of a man who lunged for the exit door, fought with other passengers during Delta Airlines flight from Seattle to Beijing. But it didn't faze him, said the FBI agent.
Wow.
My dad of Tampa, Florida, appeared in U.S. District Court wearing a beige jail uniform and sporting a scrape below his right eye.
That's it? Wow, what a guy.
Arrested Thursday night after causing a disturbance that forced the plane to return to the airport.
When you say going for the exit, you mean of the plane?
Yes.
Like in the air?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they don't play.
So, yeah, this is one of those things where you wonder what snapped
his mind.
As it says, right, he's facing 20 years for this and $250,000 fine.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
And, there was a couple other people injured. The probable cause statement says that my dad was sitting in the first row of the first class section, and he asked the flight attendant for a beer before takeoff, and he was served one, but he didn't exhibit any sign of being intoxicated and didn't order any other drinks. But about an hour into the flight, while the plane was over the Pacific, he went into the restroom and came out quickly, asked the flight attendant a question, then went back in. And then when he came out again 2 minutes later, he suddenly lunged for the exit door, grabbed the handle, tried to open it. The flight attendants grabbed him, and then he fought him off, and they signaled for help from other passengers and notified the cockpit. And he punched a flight attendant twice in the face and struck another passenger. And as the struggle continued, flight attendant champion she is, grabbed two wine bottles and smashed them over the head with each of them. And
wow,
he didn't really seem impacted by it.
What?
They said. He goes, "Do you know who I am?" Or something to that extent. One passenger got him in a headlock, and he broke out of it. And finally, several passengers held him down long enough to zip tie him.
Wow.
He remained combative even then.
What?
But yeah, they went back and they landed, and then they arrested him. And he is weird. He was on a dependent pass, which means he's like a relative of a Delta
military
employee.
Oh, okay. No.
So when he says, "Do you know who I am?" I wonder if his dad's like an executive or something.
Right. Ugh.
But it's
so he should know better than to try to get out of a plane.
And I wonder what the question was he asked.
My dad's not going to be happy when he finds out you wouldn't let me jump out of this plane.
Forgot my headphones.
I have to figure that the question he asked the flight attendant must have been what triggered it all. Like maybe,
Right.
what's
I
the
know.
movie on this flight?
It's driving me nuts. What did he ask him?
It's a new Adam Sandler flick. That's it. Where are we? Pacific Ocean. That's fine.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe he just like decided he'd really rather die than go to Beijing.
We're going where?
But I mean, if that's,
Yeah, that's
how,
what came out. He's like, "Where are we going again?" Oh shit!
if
On the
that's
wrong
how the
plane.
people in first class feel, my gosh, that's crazy. There's no hope for anybody in coach.
Oh yeah. Well,
In Coach, they just
lot
break a
of
soda
They let
bottle
you
over
go.
your head.
I don't. They let you jump
mo
out.
money, mo problems.
They don't have any wine bottles back there in Coach either.
Oh, you just
so,
a can to the head. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Should have gone with the exit row.
That's why there needs to be more weapons on planes.
Right. If we've learned nothing else from this, or more bottles of wine, heavier.
NRA always says it's just one guy with a gun can solve this problem.
Yeah, did you hear about the new NRA advertisement? Or whatever? It's like talking about the clenched fist of truth. Or something.
Yeah. Someone has to do something.
Oh my god.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like, isn't that's the only restriction that we have on free speech is inciting violence, right?
Sure, but, they're going to be like, what? No. How would you even think that's what I meant? I meant, vote.
Especially when we have all the highest paid lawyers in the country.
Yeah.
How could you think I meant that? This guy, when they did finally arrest him, he had to lost it because he's being arrested and he just starts screaming for help in the airport. They put him in a wheelchair and they're trying to wheel him away and he tips over the wheelchair and is just flailing around and he's like, "Oh, help me. Just being belligerent.
I've got to get back to the ocean.
You guys don't understand, I'm a mermaid. Merman. Florida man. Well, we breed them well here. Okay. So, Florida man left his wife's body in the freezer for almost a decade and made big money off it.
What?
So, before I go any further, let's just think about ways you can make money with a dead body.
Open an exhibit?
It's nothing that bad. It's Social Security payouts.
Oh, that's not so sexy.
My dad, living in Sun City Center.
It's the retirement community.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
down the road. And his wife, my mom, lived together there in a condo until she died in 2002.
I'm sorry.
Then, that's all right. We weren't that close.
I see that.
My
She was
dad,
cold.
My dad then put her body in the freezer at their home, and then he collected $92,000 in Social Security payments until he died in 2010.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and that's
Yeah.
when they found the...
I guess so, yeah. He's a good secret keeper, that
I
guy.
wonder what his thought process was. One day the Social Security Administration is going to come to my house, and I don't have to pull off a weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I got the body.
Oh, my God.
Keep her fresh.
He's like, "You can't come in right now. She's not dressed." "I'm not dressed." Oh, my God.
She'll wave to you through the window.
It's very shy. Wow.
I mean,
So he got
I
away with
wonder-
it, right?
I
He
wonder if
died.
they talked about it before she died and was like,
This is the plan. Either one of us
would you be mad if
This is the pact.
I got an idea though? And it's probably thinking about passing some of that money on to his estate, but it's found out, and the estate has agreed to forfeit the assets, and they paid $16,000 to resolve the allegation. So I guess they settled,
Wow. So yeah, he got away with it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
he did.
he took it to the grave.
Yep. He left. I mean, he got $92,000, made his kids pay $16,000.
Only had to put his wife in a
If
freezer.
he, if he put that shit away somewhere, and
So
maybe they did have it.
said you can have my Social Security number when you pry it out of my cold dead fingers. This guy wasn't
Okay.
joking around.
I wonder if the kids did know about it, and they were like, Yeah, we'll pay $16,000. We have like $92,000.
We've been investing it for the past 10 years.
Or if they came over and they're like, so where's Grandma? I was like, she's around.
Yeah. Let me get my Weekend at Bernie's kit. Oh, that's astonishing. Do you think he hated her?
I mean...
No, that was an act of love, I think. That sounds like what you do for someone.
It's so strange. It's really hard to figure out what's going on there.
He wanted her around.
It could be that.
He was lonely, I guess.
When I was in a metal band in Massachusetts, and I wrote this song about a guy in medieval times they were married for a long time, and his wife died, and he kind of went crazy from it, and one day ends up digging up her body and having sex with it, and then gets caught and hanged for it. And he's like,
wow.
It's a metal band, you know? So
sure,
it's called necrophilia. It's called necrophilia.
I was like, this sounds like a catchy song.
What do you rhyme with necrophilia?
Amophilia.
Nah,
dead body.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Other demented words.
You should play that. Let's bring that up. Let's dust off those records.
Yeah, there's the outro for us.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
A little acapella would be great, I think. Metal acapella.
Macapella. That's what I was looking for.
Search real far away.
I know.
Acapocalypse.
There we go. All right, so this one is our final one, and it seems to, I think it catches the whole essence of what we're doing here.
What are we doing here?
Alligator attacks man diving for golf balls. That is so Florida.
Yeah, the alligator was diving for the golf balls?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is some confusion about that here. We'll get to that in a second. Hang on. So, Florida man diving for golf balls and golf course pond was attacked by an alligator. My dad was hired by the Rotunda Golf and Country Club to remove all the golf balls from the course's ponds. But while he was doing his job, an alligator swam up to him and bit his arm. It grabbed his arm, started doing a death roll, and he was able to punch it in the face, and it let go. He drove to the clubhouse, and at the golf course, drove to the clubhouse at the golf course, and they called 911 from there. So right now I'm thinking, like, they just, like, hire some dude to fucking get the golf balls out of these gator-infested ponds.
How expensive are these golf balls?
It's like a migrant worker that they got doing it. And,
have you ever gone to, like, a pro shop and they got the lake balls for, like, $0.25 a piece? You don't know that there's blood on those golf balls. But,
yeah.
Should probably be more expensive at that point.
Right.
Yeah, he was airlifted to the hospital and he remains in intensive care. And he's got like a bunch of surgeries to go through because of risk of infection. I think that happens with most animal bites, right?
Yeah, no, those are not exactly clean ponds, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's religious people. This is my mom. He's alive against the odds, and God gave him the strength to drag himself out of the lake, over a bank, and drive to the golf shop for help, even though he's in full scuba gear. My God is awesome. Sounds like, why didn't you say my dude is awesome? Like, my husband is awesome.
They never got the credit for the alligator attack, though. You know?
Yeah, right?
That was pretty awesome,
God caused this problem, right? So now we I'm like, oh, he's in full scuba gear. Right, so he must be a professional, right?
Sorta.
You know, migrant workers don't have scuba gear usually, right?
Or
I don't know.
You ever seen one?
No, but
they're in scuba gear. I can't tell.
Well, if they're taking our scuba jobs too, we're in trouble.
That's where we draw the line.
that's all we've got left.
If anyone's gonna bite my arm, it's gonna be me in that pond.
Oh. My dad happens to be the owner of Golf Balls International in Jacksonville, and
So this is what he does?
He's a professional diver who gets hired by various golf courses and removes balls
Internationally.
Yeah, well, self-proclaimed.
All right.
It's a job that he's done for 30 years.
Wow.
And
All
he said,
right.
but in Florida, Phil alligator, it can be dangerous. He shouldn't be in the water. That's for the gators, golfer Jim Healy said. We hit the golf balls in there, the gators eat them.
What?
I'm not sure that's how it works.
That's what I was saying. There's some confusion about who is diving for golf balls. Alligators are people.
You know, if they could just train Rambo, he could go in there and scoop around.
Hey. Full circle indeed.
Oh, he would have fun doing that, bro.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
too gentle.
And he can wear the scuba thing too, because he likes
He likes clothes.
Right.
Yep.
This is a win-win for everybody.
You could get him a service
Rambo.
permit, then you could bring him into restaurants.
The golf course has more than 2 acres, so there's no problem there.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're solving Florida problems here.
Whoa. We need Gator Mama.
Yes.
Well, Florida Fish and Wildlife says this is a pretty active season right now. Whenever it gets hot like this, these alligators get more active. And I would say it's rare, but doesn't happen a lot either.
What?
Oh, I wouldn't say it's rare, but it doesn't happen a lot either.
Right,
Okay, I was like,
right. Well, I mean, what? The guy's been doing it 30 years, one arm bite? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you know what to look for, usually you're okay, but...
You want to look
he
for a
must have got
big-ass
fucking-
gator. That's what you want to look for.
Yeah. The how to look for it, I would say. You know, like, you can't just be walking around. You got to be looking down.
You got the scuba gear.
But yeah, he says they have a incident about once a year in this area, which is
It's not too
That's
bad.
not so bad.
so bad. I mean, I wouldn't want it to happen to me, but
No.
I'd rather still have gators around than, you know, we can sacrifice one little bite a year to keep our gator instead of eradicating them all, you know?
I mean, they've only got so many golf balls to eat. They got to turn to something else eventually.
They get hung.
This gator was more than 10 feet long
Whoa.
and weighed more than 500 pounds.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, Rambo's a baby in comparison to
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
This guy's lucky he got away. Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. So there's a GoFundMe page to help pay for my dad's medical bills.
All right, that's a bit much.
Yeah, I don't have the link, so shows you how much
Sorry,
I care
Dad.
about that. The alligator was captured and euthanized.
Oh,
Wah wah wah.
He's not trained, you know.
Right.
He's
If
a
he had
wily one.
Cute little outfit on. He would have been all right.
Good job, guys.
Wow.
Good story.
yeah, this is fun times.
That was a nice
stuff.
curation of those stories.
Oh,
It was a little
thanks.
journey we went on there.
Yeah, together.
Yes, it was beautiful.
Absolutely.
On our way to the truth.
I don't know about any of that, but it was somewhere.
A lot of gators on the way to the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of gators on the way to anywhere here.
Yeah, it's
Victoria, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, I'm going to be hosting at Side Splitters for Kevin Farley at the end of the month, July 27th. So pretty pumped about that. So come see me.
Cool.
It'll be fun.
I might be working too. We'll see.
Cool.
So, Sinbad's dad, son of Sinbad.
that's me.
We have completed another fantastic episode of the Florida Man Podcast, and I hope you guys will join us the next time I get one of these things done. But it won't take as long as the last one, I promise. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This podcast is produced with little regard for feelings in general by the Reverend Corey Cahill John Ignatius Lavelle. The music has been accessed by Oracle and channeled to the Reverend Corey Cahill John Ignatius Lavelle. He then recorded and produced it. Our sound engineer is the Reverend Corey Cahill John Ignatius Lavelle. There is one other guy that does stuff. In no way should any of the content of this program be considered legal advice or simply advice. Don't be dumb. Okay, that's advice.